Good evening, everybody. 6,466. That's a number of state jobs Governor Malloy now says he must cut in the aftermath of the rejection of the state labor concessions deal.
The new plan announced within the past hour gives state commissioners some leeway in determining how many jobs to be cut in their agencies. The percentage cutbacks vary from 5% to nearly 30%. Our chief political correspondent Mark Davis standing by live outside our Hartford newsroom with a breakdown on the latest numbers. Mark?
Good evening, Keith and Ann. Good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. The governor is recommending job cuts of more than 1,000 in the Department of Correction, one of the unions that turned thumbs down on his concession deal. 500 in the Department of Developmental Services, another group that voted thumbs down on the deal. 800 job cuts at the Department of Transportation. Altogether, if approved by the state legislature, a total of just under 6,500 jobs will be eliminated, as Ann said, including 1,000 jobs currently vacant, for a total number of layoffs of 5,466. The governor today didn't rule out having some further discussions with union leaders, but said that yesterday's announcement by the State Labor Union Coalition that they are tabling the results of the rank-and-file vote rejecting the deal won't stop anything.
You think the union folks have a lot on their plate. I got a lot on my plate. So I'm going to concentrate on what I have to deliver between now and the 1st of July.
Malloy also said in the absence of the deal, he will attempt to get the structural savings from the state employees he needs by statute instead of negotiated agreement. He also indicated that fewer jobs will be eliminated because of his decision not to close down the state's vocational technical school system,
which I personally made to take the VOTEC elimination off the table. It created a void of about 1,600 jobs.
Some union workers at the State Department of Environmental Protection that overwhelmingly voted in favor of the concession deal were speaking out today.
I think the unions that voted no, they need to have the time to decide how they want to handle it.
I think some unions voted no. There was some misinformation out there. We thought that this was a fair deal. Our union voted yes.
But some of the union members in the units that voted no have been filling my voicemail and email with remarks like this, quote, "We are not confused. We're not stupid. They're trying to force us into socialized health care," close quote. The governor addressed that complaint himself today.
I was the guy who curtailed sustenance. And I was the guy who brought up that we couldn't put state employees into such a plan.
The union leadership is obviously hoping that units that turned this down are hearing this. But they're also hearing emails like this, quote, "In the past 3 years, we have not received any raises, including cost of living. We have had to take furlough days. Now people are saying we are greedy. The unions need to stand behind what employees have voted." And the governor today responded to Republican critics who claim that he has increased the size and payroll of the governor's staff. He says that's not true, and to prove it, he says he intends to lay off some of his own staff next week. And again, repeating, if you just joined us, the governor is calling for 6,500 layoffs. 1,000 of those are jobs that are already vacant, so really 5,500 job cuts, less than what he said on Friday, but still a sizable amount. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.